nothing.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
dude, I couldn't hear nothing.
Well, there was no better entrance than fucking Holiday by Madonna. The last time I came in to CF, but that was my entrance song. I was fucking dancing at a gay party. But I walked in tonight and was really glad to see all these neighbors, a lot of new friends. And I did smell like fucking Rogaine, Aquavelva, Viagra, and rotting uterus. So I knew it was at the right house. Hey, Paul and Katrina, thanks for hosting this.
Karina. That was the hurricane.
Obviously, I don't fucking care. No, I wrote that in there like that. You have that pen? Let me write it. No, thanks for having us all. For having us all here tonight for fucking stuffing 45 people in your spacious basement. Now I know what Anne Frank felt like on her fucking cattle car ride to Bergen-Belsen. Minus the view. And if my math is off for the 45 people, well, Chris Hoke's like a baker's dozen, so. Don't call my math teacher. But Paul, it's the holidays. I was going to ask Paul, maybe you could put on some Christmas music so we get in the holiday spirit. But then I was like, nah, I don't really feel like hearing Silent Night by Cannibal Corpse. He's got some scary music fucking. I mean, like the names of the bands scare me. It's death metal, man. So tonight, though, I said to myself, I'll stick to roasting the men. I'm going to leave most of the ladies out of this. Except for Denny.
I am the most woman-like here.
I developed this really weird, thing, I guess since I was an older boy. Like, when I'm in a room full of dudes, I always, I don't know, get bored and I just figure, who has the biggest cock? And I did that because that was a defense mechanism in the rectory because I would make sure that priest would go last. But tonight it's quite obvious who it is. Christine, could you stand up and take a bow?
Tastes good too.
Oh my. It's a joke, Christine.
I'm not offended.
Denny is. Now, it sucks that Dan Pettit just left, but Dan Pettit is Denman Road's own Gary Heidnick. I can't wait till when the feds finally get into his house. They'll finally be able to completely shut down the national hotline for missing and exploited children. Because about 99% of the bodies will be found there.
House of Horrors.
They'll put John Walsh out of business. And the rest of Adam Walsh's body will be found. That's too soon. What the fuck happened during the Challenger explosion? What the fuck? What's the timeline here?
86.
I guess I gotta stop with my Lincoln jokes. And Gary McCall is here. He has a stepson proudly serving in the U.S. Navy. It's the only branch of the service that has a theme song by the Village People. So that makes you proud. And, the old adage is 100 sailors went out to sea and 50 couples came back. The Coast Guard's kind of the same. So, that was last minute. I didn't know you were here.
We take care of their wives.
Hey. They're boyfriends. But I remember, when I went to boot camp, the night before, it's a little nerve-wracking, and I'm sure you guys felt the same. It's apprehension, a little bit scared, and for the Navy, it's probably the last time you'll ever hear them fart again. That was a big night. Dan Sweeney. Officer Sweeney couldn't be with us tonight. He's stomping on a nigger somewhere. But he is seriously my all-time favorite cop since Mark Furman. He's a tough cop. He makes the cops who beat Rodney King look like the Mo, Larry, and Curly episode, Corn on the Cop. But Dan does help out the neighborhood a lot, keeping it safe. Like, for instance, he caught Pete Decker under the L not too long ago. True story. Dan told me. So Dan, offered him some help. He knocked his dick out of his mouth, came on his forehead, and gave him a token to get home. Sorry, Pete. It's only funny because it's fucking true, you faggot. Smack addict. Ronnie Jones is here. The fucking Cozy Morley of Denman Road. Mr. North Wildwood himself. Alright. Ron, Carla, we get it. You bought a fucking closet, house. Down the shore. Stop shoving it down our fucking throats. Or at least bring me home a Lime Ricky to wash it down. Ron also got sworn in as a member of the Elks Lounge Live this past year. I don't even know whatever the fuck that means, but I had to Google it. Apparently it's a bunch of fags over 40 who drink until about 3 a.m.
Oh, now they're all mixed up.
I know. And this one was good, too.
And Jeff's going, yeah, right down there.
Don't pull your stuff, Jeff. Don't read it, Jeff. Seriously. But I'm glad Gary's recording because whenever you feel happy, Jeff, you can read it later and get sad again.
No, on the table.
Oh, yeah. These are the old ones, Gina. Just like Bobby there. That's the old husband. The used one. We'll get back to Ron and the Elks Lounge. Lodge. So I had to Google it because I had no fucking idea what it was. And apparently it's for guys, bunch of fags over 40 who drink until 3 a.m. Then they go out back and get skull fucked by a camel. I don't know why it's called Elks though, but I guess the camel's lies didn't sound cool. And that's true too. Hold on a second. Yeah, let me give me 1 second because these Jeff things are out of order. And, not that it matters. I can read these fucking backwards. It'll still be funny because Jeff. I think I have to have Jeff last. Jeff. I know this ain't even part of the act either. I had to start off with Jeff here.
You have 6 cards in the
I know. It's bad, but
That was awesome.
I ain't fucking Louis C.K. I'm fucking funny. Hey, hey, Bobby Hanna's here. I'm glad you came a little late because this way you didn't run into the 17 motorcycles that were out front of Gina's house. Gina was wearing a Wheels of Soul Motorcycle Club badge. I was going to say your house, but it's Gina's. It's a shame Bobby ain't living on the street anymore now, because then there's nobody here to bring in the trash cans. Oh wait, they've never been brought in. Never.
I don't live here, I guess.
That's Jeff again.
I bring my trash cans.
Where, the curb? Oh man, this sucks. I got all goofed up here. But everyone I'm going through is fucking Jeff, I swear.
Oh my God.
And I like you, Jeff. I can't believe I'm doing this to you. Was I just on Bobby?
Yeah.
Yo, Bob, do you have any good recommendations for an orthopedic doctor? Jesus fucking Christ, I think Stephen Hawking is going to walk before you do. I mean, seriously, where the fuck do you go for treatment? A medicine man in Haiti? I mean, it's 2018, we're on the verge of curing cancer, and they can't fix a fucking ligament in your fucking knee? I mean, I've seen a fucking double waist-high amputee recover and walk faster than you. I've never seen anyone milk an injury. But seriously, I just saw, this is not even in like the joke thing, I saw Bohemian Rhapsody today with Kyle, and the one about Queen and Freddie Mercury. That movie's fucking, it was awesome. And I didn't like Queen that much until after I saw the movie. And I also never felt so like drawn to face fuck a horse mouth faggot with a shitty mustache. Since the last time I felt that way was when I saw Denny's his graduation picture. You had a slight overbite. It was slight, like in 6th grade. Monsignor Gillespie fixed that. Well, you know, I was talking to our new neighbors, the Freemans, the other day. And I was asking them how they liked our new street. And they told me they love everything except for the nigger next door.
Don't talk about Denny's parents out.
Denny's dad made them feel quite welcome. The first day they moved in, he had them picking dandelions. The kids were picking the dandelions out front in the lawn, and they were singing "Swing Low." So Mr. McNeil's been good. I think they were talking about you. So that's the intro to Jeff Cuff Coulter, and dude, this is going to be bad. Jeff, you know, he was involved in the first ever divorce in which one of the partners loses a massive amount of weight, and then they got divorced. Usually it's quite the opposite. So not only did Jeff drop 100 pounds himself, but 350s on Deer Path Lane. That was more Tristan than you. But I mean, Christ almighty, Jeff, eat a fucking cheeseburger. Your pics on Facebook with you and your kids, it looks like they're on a fucking field trip to Auschwitz. Circa 1944, and you're one of the survivors. Jeff's up to 78 pounds. Father of the Year, Jeff Coulter. I've seen better parenting at the Philadelphia Zoo. Not by the animals behind the glass, but by the baboon blacks on a school trip from Don Cornelius Middle School. They're better parents. That's crazy. I have never seen any of your 3 children wear shoes. Ever. I feel like I'm at a rereading of Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn. With Jeff starring as Nigger Jim. Nigger Jeff, whatever. But actually, like the new versions of Mark Twain's classic, they're being printed without the M word in it. They always take out the best parts. Now, Jeff, this is, I don't know.
That's right.
You sure? I know you were going to be a bit concerned about the possible future boyfriends of Tristan. But I don't think you have anything to worry about our new man, Jose Santiago. he does a lot for the kids. He bathes Gigi. Sometimes when he's not in the tub. He taught Macklin how to say "fuck the police" in Spanish. And after getting a teardrop tattoo, Jackson is now running the the best dog fighting ring in the Northeast. I mean, he's a good guy. Jose, no, I did a little Google search on Jose Santiago or whatever his name is. He does have a bit of a rap sheet. He has been charged over his lifetime of 2 homicides, 1 rape, and 1 drug trafficking, just to name a few. But he's never been convicted, so he is a sweetheart. He grew up in a good neighborhood too. But Jeff, we do love you and your fag bag and your shredded wolf t-shirts, and would love to wish you the best of luck with your new neighbors one day you're going to share the step with. I read that wrong. We want to wish the new neighbors the best of luck, who will probably be reselling their new dream home no later than mid-July. And this is, I don't know, I feel bad about this one. But Jeff, this was kind of interesting now. He recently found out that his dad, when he served in Vietnam, that he fathered a child while serving in Vietnam, and you just met him, right? Your stepbrother, or half-brother, right? So now we know one of the other faults of Mr. Coulter, besides pulling out, the other one was riding a motorcycle. I'm sorry, Jeff. Jeff's father was killed drag racing. Jose Santiago. I didn't mean that, Jeff. That was bad. I mean, but Roy Holiday's about as good a pilot as your dad was in the motorcycle. Now, I mean, if you want me to keep going, this stuff ain't part of the roast. It's just stuff I was doing. No.
You took notes?
Well, what do you think I am, Gina? I'm not Jerry Seinfeld. I can't remember this shit.
Jerry Seinfeld writes this stuff down.
Yeah, you have to write it down. Who the fuck remembers? I can't even remember to pick up my kid from school.
You know what? I forgot to pick up Taylor tonight.
No, that was part of Bobby's roast. He was tired from waking up at 11. The last time Bobby saw a fucking sunrise was leaving the fucking 3 C's Club. The only white man I know doesn't wake up before 12. Alright, so I was just going to start up with some stuff that I was going to try on the open mic night on next Wednesday.
Open mic night? Where?
What's this thing got a timer? I just got the wrap it up sound. This thing's on the clapper. Yeah, so I'm going to really do it, for real. And so I wrote stuff down that I'm going to do, because I can't roast my friends there, because, I mean, well, if Jeff just walks in the door, maybe I'll just bring Jeff on stage. You can sit on my lap like my fucking, like a dummy. I'll be a ventriloquist. All right, let me see which one's the best ones.
Gotta wrap it up.
Is that it?
Gary's hands getting tired.
Oh.
No, it ain't.
I didn't know.
I'll hold it for him.
Grab your ass. Anyway. My cheeks hurt.
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't know I thought for sure Gina was
All right, well, here's a couple things. I don't know how good it is.
exactly viral.
But here we are in this beautiful city of Philadelphia, my favorite place in the world, birthplace of our country, city of brotherly love, and the only city in the world where it's socially acceptable to spit in a loogie in your grandmom's face if she's a Cowboys fan. But I'm proud to announce that I am actually over 10 years sober. I haven't had a drink in 10 years. The only thing I kind of miss about partying is I used to sleep like a baby when I used to party. Now I can't get any sleep. But I mean, it was like literally like a baby. Like I woke up with shit and piss. And sometimes it was even my own. Fucking sweating like a nigger on Jeopardy.
You can't say that at the comedy club.
Why
I'm
not?
just gonna put that out there.
Why not?
You can't?
I mean, I wouldn't do it.
Oh, I will. No, that's not gonna be on that. I saved that for the Apollo.
You really are sweating like a nigger on Jeopardy.
I know.
What are you on trial?
I started sweating when I start tying my boots, dude. I'm out of shape.
Almost as out of shape as then. But seriously, because of that, like I started to decide to recently start making changes in my life. So I started to eat better, exercise a little more frequently, and then I figured out to grow back my beard. But then it was really to hide my double chin. But then I was really disappointed to see all this gray fucking hair, white hair here. So then I just changed my plans and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna stop shaving, eat whatever I want. And then I'll, hopefully by next year, I'll be the full-time Santa at the Chamonix Mall. The pay's all right, and the benefits are out of this world. I get to have strange children sit on my lap for 8 to 12 hours a day, legally.
I thought that would be Jeff.
The last time I did that, I got 8 to 12 in state prison. I can't believe we still bring our kids to see Santa. But I gotta tell you, like being sober, it's pretty challenging at times. Sometimes I feel like I'm living life like I'm in a monastery. No booze, no drugs, no gambling, and no women. I think the only difference between my life and a monk's is that I'm having slightly less gay sex than the holy friars are. And yeah.
That's Ron, what is
What the fuck was that laugh about, Ron? That was a deviant, evil laugh for whatever reason. I don't know. It was a fucking.
No.
It's always better when you talk to people with a couple beers in them in front, that had a couple beers tonight. So I'm online and I haven't seen for dating, and I'm on like Tinder and Match and Bumble and all of them, Plenty of Fish, Devil's Triangle. I'm on them all, and I haven't had much luck. Not like Jeff.
He really has.
Yeah, but he's like Facebook yard sales.
Audio
Write
man.
down Facebook yard sale.
Free pillows.
Where'd this come from? The Doobie Brothers concert? 71? For fucking shaking.
It goes off. Hello? I think he's gonna hear me anyway.
So I told Jeff a new approach on Tinder, but this is just true. I mean, like, if you like a girl, you swipe right. If you don't like one, you swipe left. So now what you do is you just swipe right on everybody. But don't do that, because so far I've matched with 2 women over 600 pounds, a girl named Tristan,
and 6 trannies. I feel like the Fonz. Hello? Potsy.
hello? The fuck is it?
I think it's like 20 years old, man.
That's awesome now, thanks. So where was I? Trannies?
Yes.
And I ain't got nothing against like fat women or anything like that. It's fine, but I'm not really like equipped to like penetrate that because it's like 600 pounds. So I decided just to say fuck it and went with the tranny scene. And so I've been seeing this guy Vince or Vincenza for a little while now, a couple months, and they're wonderful. It's a good thing. But I mean, dating someone who's like transgender in like our today's world, it's easy if you just like let them know their roles, and you know their roles. Like when he's washing the dishes, it's Vincenza. When he's cooking me dinner, it's Vincenza. when she's mowing the lawn, it's Vince. But I only hope that sometime she'll start being Vincenzo in the bedroom and stop being Vince. Because it's starting to hurt. And he's Italian. Hello? Okay. There's a lot of stuff about fake news today. And I've been reading quite a few articles of fake stuff. I just heard today that women are more attracted to guys with a beard. And they also with guys with a dad bod. But I'm on Tinder.
Bumble, Zeus, Match, Christian Mingle, OK Cupid, Plenty of Fish, and it's not in style. Hello?
No, nobody move. Well, the sound's going out. Oh, Jeff is?
I gotta check on the kid.
All right, well, let me bring out the real Jeff jokes then. I thought those were too easy on you. I don't even know if I have anything else I want to do. What time is it? 'Cause I got Lucas at home watching Kyle.
It's 10:32.
Okay.
I was trying to. When he like let him move.
Well, no, like,
Came back. He went on vacation.
Getting a brother one.
Came back with that. You remember?
All right, well, I'll just wrap it up.
Baby.
For now.
there we go.
Your rose was better.
Ready?